Hello everybody and welcome to Daedalus Young's Flosstube episode 2, and I have got some updates for you. But before I get started and showing you things, I would like to say thank you everyone for welcoming me in your Flosstube community, and thank you very much for all the comments and likes and subscriptions that you have given me on my first episode. It is very much appreciated and very encouraging. So thank you very much for that. Now on to the actual video. So last time I showed you the progress I had made with the Dimensions kitty as well as the Jan Lin kitty. The Dimensions one, I don't have it anymore. And the reason for that is that one of my colleagues had seen me working on it and they asked if they could have it when it was finished. So I cleaned it up, I ironed it and framed it, and I gave it to her and she's very happy with it. So I don't have that anymore, but that's fine because I've got plenty more to work on. You'll also remember the Jan Lin kitty. So I only had a few back stitches left to do on this one last time, and I have finished that, and I have learned something. You see the back stitching on this one, it's got two colors, so it's got black as well as red or the pink back stitching. And I don't know why, but for some reason I thought back stitching is the last thing to do, especially in such a small project. So I had done all the regular stitches and all the half stitches that are in there, or the quarter stitches. And then I did the red back stitching, and then I did the black back stitching. And I thought, ooh, wait a minute. Because some of these red bits are actually going over the black. So it would make more sense to stitch the red back stitch after I'd done the black one. So you can see here this top bit near the ear. That is where I realized I should have done it the other way around. So I stitched the black back stitch first, and then I did the red, and it just gives a little bit more depth in the image and looks a lot better. All the places where I did the red first and then the black on top, you can't really tell because they're sharing the same holes in the Ada. So it's not really that noticeable, but I realized when I was doing that I need to pay attention to the order in which I do these things, because that might just make the difference. Now you also remember last time I mentioned I was waiting for some more kits that I had ordered to arrive in the mail, and this one was almost finished. So I was thinking I wasn't sure when the next one was going to arrive, and this one was finished, so I basically run out of work. So I quickly found another one to stitch, another kit. And I ordered it, and it arrived just after this one was finished. Now, just think about what could be the next thing that I'd do. So I would have the Dimensions kitty, and then I'd have the Jan Lin kitty. What would be the next thing for me to do? Another kitty, another doggy? No. What about the water scene with house and bridge? This one is 160 stitches across and 200 stitches down, and it's got 41 colors. And I started work on that, and just before I really started work on that, I fortunately got my next work in the post. But just to give you an idea, this is the Ada for this kit, and it's this size, and all I've done so far is I have stitched the markings for the grid Now, I don't know if this is an industry standard way of doing it, but this is the way I'm doing it because it makes sense to me. But because it's so big, I ran into a bit of a problem because I can't really. It's starting to get too big to work on it, so I needed to get either a large hoop or a frame, and that's what I did. I got the frame. So let me just show you that. So this is the frame I got for that Ada. Now you can tell it's not in there yet because I've not got round to it. The problem I've got with this is, well, you see what size it is. Now if I just bring this up here, this is my ukulele, and I'm showing you this because I know my ukulele, if I put it in at a weird angle, it just about fits in my locker at work. And if this is the frame and this is the ukulele, you can see frame is maybe just a little bit larger than the ukulele, so I'm not sure if that will fit in my locker at work. So this kit is something to do for me at home. But at the same time, because it's 41 colors and such a large size, I've not really done anything on it. And I don't really need to either, because like I said, I had only just stitched the grid on there when this arrived in the post. This is Joy Sunday's Hang In There. It's the classic Hang In There kitty. It's a bit larger than the kits I had done, but not as large as the water scene, obviously. So this is what I've done so far on that. Again, you can see I stitched the grid on the outside, and then I started work. What I did, I still tried to find the center and then worked from there. And as I was doing that, I realized I should really start at the top. There's no reason not to, so I've just been trying to make my way up to the top. And the stitches here, they're actually the top of the piece. And I've been working on this mainly, and again, I learned things because I made mistakes. I accidentally stitched some things one too far to the side or one too far to the top, and I had to pull it all out and fix it. So this is a pretty fun kit to work on. I'm not a big fan of these letters hang in there, backstitched in there, but I don't really like the look of them, so I'm probably gonna make something myself, just in a different font, different typeface, make it look a little bit nicer. Another thing, this is going to be challenging to do for me because it's got French knots, and that's something I've never encountered in a kit before. I've never even tried to do, so that's going to be interesting. It's got 2 French knots to go on the eye, so there'll be a little glint in the cat's eyes, and those will be French knots. So that's going to be fun, something to look forward to. But for the moment, this one is on hold as well. The reason for that is that I ordered 5 different shades of blue, and I ordered a large piece of Ada. This is actually a crew colored, and the reason for that is I found a design online on a website called the Antique Pattern Library, and I found a design in there. It's actually got 6 different designs, but they're all similar scenes, and I picked one of them to stitch, which is this one. They're all Dutch landscapes, so they'll have windmills, boats, all of that, and it's the colors are traditional Dutch style Delft blue. The pattern actually asked for a cream colored Ada, but as I was ordering it, looking at the pictures online, I thought cream was a little bit too dark, so I went with a crew. And as you can see, this is how far I am with it now. But the reason I'm stitching this and I've put the hang in there cat on hold is because my mother is coming to visit me in a few days' time, and I wanted to stitch something for her as a gift, and I thought this would be something that she'd enjoy. She likes the Dutch landscapes, and I'm sure she'll be very happy to receive this. You can see the ecru Ada and the blue stitches. They give a nice contrast. I really quite like that. So this is, I find it really enjoyable to work on this one. I don't know if it's because it's a fairly simple design, or if it's because it's just the 5 colors, or because all the things I've done in the past with the kitties has given me experience now, so I know exactly how to stitch this. I don't know, it's I really quite like working on this piece. As I said though, this pattern came from a set of 6 different patterns. Now for my mom I'll only be stitching this one, but I do want to stitch all the others and this one as well, just for myself, and I think that will make a nice collection, having all 6 Dutch landscapes. And then I was thinking I might actually have enough of this Ada left, and I'll probably certainly have enough thread left to design my own. So that's something I've been thinking about a lot more lately, designing my own cross-stitch designs. So when I'll be done with this one, I will start looking through some of my old photos, see if I can find a nice landscape or anything else, and see if I can convert it to these same colors, which shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. They're all 80 stitches wide and 55 stitches tall, or the other way around, it depends. So I'm sure I can find something that will fit in those dimensions as well. So if I've got them on 14 count Ada, that will fit roughly, the picture will fit roughly in a 10 by 15 centimeter or a 4 by 6 inch frame, which is just perfect because that's a standard size frame you can get anywhere. And so that's all I've got for now. So I'm still waiting for the 3 kits that I ordered last time. It's still got about 2 weeks left before the final date that it should be delivered arrives. So I'm hoping in the next few weeks that will arrive. It's taking its time. It's been almost 2 months since I ordered that. So yeah, I'm really hoping that will arrive any day now. And it's one of the things I've been waiting for before recording this video, and it's still not here, so I just had to get this video out. You'll see it will arrive tomorrow or Monday, just after I uploaded this video, I'm sure. But that's fine, because then I'll have something more to show you in the next episode. So anyway, that's just to give you an update on where I am with my cross-stitching, and now that I've started on more projects, I'm starting to see why people are working on more projects at once. When I was just doing the small kits, I thought, why would you do that? Just finish the one you're on and then move on. But now that I've got bigger ones and I've got different deadlines for the different projects. I'm starting to understand why people do this. And yeah, I understand that sometimes you just need to step away from a project and work on something else, which is a nice break to have once in a while. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.